don't know if this is even possible. Try to talk about silver. It's really hard for me to talk about anything, not talk about God. So try to get that out, maybe get that out of the way. So all glory to the Father as always, to the Son. Sold for 30 pieces of silver. So there we go. First money in Scripture was the silver dinar. So I thought maybe we could have a little conversation about silver. A lot of talk about the metal. The precious metals market is obviously, I'm seeing more. Yeah, all glory to the Father, all glory to the Son. Shiloh. So they sold them for 30 pieces of silver. Remember, sold into slave. 30 pieces of silver. Can't say that's not money. God's money. Gold and silver. So silver days. Silver moved up almost $1 today and then pulled back. So interesting. The precious metals markets are, well, gold's doing exactly what it always does. It's an indicator of chaos. It's a safe haven asset. So gold does exactly what it's supposed to do. It keeps up with inflation. It's not really what the price of anything. Why do we price something in the paper contract? Okay, we're not talking about, honestly, Bitcoin, something that can go away. And this, thanks for your opinion, but we're not talking about Bitcoin right now. I'm not against Bitcoin, but that's just your opinion. You can go away with a 0 and a 1. Bitcoin will go to 0 because the internet could be shut off, and gold and silver has never gone to 0. So I'm not saying there's not money to be made, but don't talk about Bitcoin. Talking about God's money here. That's not God's money. But there's money to be made. You can't stop. The only thing that can stop Bitcoin now is the sun. So I'm not opposed to Bitcoin. I'm not at all. I think people are going to make a lot of money in that space. So, but we'll move the conversation back over to precious metals. You know what I'm saying? So gold is an indicator, and silver is trails, normally has higher highs and lower lows. So it moves around more. It's definitely a riskier market. It's, it has more risk. You see what I'm saying? Again, the 80% of a market gains are made in the last 20% of a market. So there's a blow off top or a FOMO in most markets, a fear of missing out. Markets generally work pretty cyclical if they're not manipulated. But again, I'm just telling you that they're pricing your metal in they're pricing your metal in paper, a paper contract. You're used to, everybody who prices metal right now say, well, the price of metal is this. Well, that's the paper price plus the premium. So the premium stayed very low for a long time, actually up into the COVID. They were right around $1, and they were always around that price. They were lower than that before, but you used to be able to buy constitutional or junk, what is called junk silver. Not junk anymore, is it? It carries a high premium, but constitutional or pre-64 silver, 90%. Dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces are 90% silver. They're considered constitutional silver, and they used to be bought at melt prices. So the market's changed and premiums determine, generally what the market, like during the COVID, a Silver Eagle had a $25 premium. It was 100% premium. It's $25 for the metal, but it was $25 premium. So it's $50 for a Silver Eagle. Or one of these. Yeah, that's what I do all the time, Docky. That's how I do it. So, Walking Liberty, most recognized coin on the planet. So, again, I'm just bringing up the fact that there's the ratio between the two is normally something you should pay attention to, not the price. People are paying attention to the price of something that is the paper price, like a paper contract, piece of paper, right? Toilet paper or an IOU, currency. This isn't money. This is called currency, right? So this is money, right? This is money. So it has to be a store of value. Paper's not money. That's currency. Livingston, if you can correct yourself and help correct others with this is not money. Money has to be a store of value. This has lost 98% of its purchasing power since its inception in 1913. So this is not technically, or even, well, it's a debt note is what it is. It's an IOU, but it's currency. This isn't money. It doesn't store value. It loses value. There's been 4,000 of these made. Chinese were the first one to try to do a paper currency. Every one of them's gone to zero. Silver and gold have never gone to zero. Not in the last 6,000, 7,000 years. So silver is money. This is paper. This is currency. So if you're referring to this, it's a little hard to change your vocabulary, your vernacular, because you're used to saying that, but this isn't money. This is currency. It's a debt note. Anything other than gold and silver is credit. Anything other than gold and silver is just credit. Basically just zeros and ones on a computer. But anyways, there's been 4,000 currencies. Chinese were the first one to try it, and every one of them's gone to zero. Gold and silver have never gone to zero. So, anyways, a little silver conversation, silver talk here. Most people don't. It's the $900 billion market cap. So it's just a small market. Not too many people. We're not talking about Bitcoin. If you bring up Bitcoin now, I'll ban you. There's money to be made in Bitcoin. I already said that. So don't mention Bitcoin. I don't want to have the conversation about Bitcoin. I already said you can't stop Bitcoin. The only thing to stop Bitcoin is the sun. So till the net or the web goes out, they'll still have it, but it just will be in your face web, right? They cut the net, cut the web, and it'll be the interface. But anyways, I'm not going to get on that. It'll take silver to do that, though. I guarantee it'll take silver to do that. So ask Mr. Muskrat. That's why Mr. Musk bought his own mine. So there's been a definite deficit in silver since 2016. There's been more of an industrial, and obviously for people in investment purposes, that peaked in the COVID. We've never seen that kind of, demand in investment, but definitely it's taken over. And it's the most undervalued asset right now on the planet. Silver is the most undervalued asset. Gold is sitting at all-time highs. Silver is sitting at little bit over half its all-time high right now. So it definitely has more gains to be made in silver. That's just a mathematical. I'm not into platinum or palladium, but I think platinum is the better between the two metals. It is kind of another metal when people run out of gold and silver. It is traded. Like if you go into a coin shop, if you go into a coin shop, they sell, generally you can find platinum. People refer to it. So they're used in industrial for things such as, catalytic converters and whatnot. That's those two metals kind of bounce around. It's way undervalued right now. I don't know about that. There was 900 billion. So last time I looked, but anyways, it doesn't matter. There's a deficit. So I'm sure that all will go. You can't just try to shove the derivative market into the gold market and it would blow the living piss out of the gold market, and then try to shove any of that into this. You can't shove any of those markets into the silver market. So it's not even, it would take silver over $1,000. It won't fit. Can't fit that money into it. So that's why they've got Bitcoin to take and pull all that money and drain more money, just like they did last time. But it's all right. People made millions and billions, on Bitcoin last time, and they'll do it again. Probably more money. There's more money running into that with the ETFs and more big money moving for like a 4 or 5 year long hold, not a soft hand hold. They're going to ride it through this whole cycle. These things have cycles to them. Investment, people pay attention to these cycles. They don't sit there and just day trade these things. So anyways, I see what's happening. I've been paying attention to these things for decades now. And so I hope that people can change their life with Bitcoin, but I don't want to make a dime on Bitcoin. I don't care if I made millions or billions. I don't want it. I want to make my money on God's money, not, a 0 and a 1. But if somebody can change their lifestyle, that's fine. I don't have any issues with that. I don't have any issues with somebody doing this stupid crap on TikTok. Think about a single parent, a mom or something, a single dad. I was a single dad for like 9 years. Single parent, both mom and dad. I'm not saying I really condone all that stupid crap, but what if they could do that for 6 months? Never have to work again, take their child out to learn how to, hunt, fish, collect berries, learn how to forage off the land or something, and never have to do that again, and go take their child out of public schools to have a whole life-changing event. So what if people can don't be greedy. Get in and get out. Don't, these are markets. Look at the cycles. They all have, tops, bottoms, or whatever. But there's going to be money made in this run up in Bitcoin. And just having the conversation about silver. I don't care if I was a billionaire or trillionaire. I don't want to make a dime on Bitcoin. If you do, good for you. Remember to get double for tax. If you're going to be a millionaire, you better plan on making 2 million on Bitcoin and paying $1 million in taxes. I'm not even into paying taxes. Remember, I told you taxes fund war and death. But, you make that kind of money and you don't have the taxes to cover. Hey, be quiet. Okay, this puppy don't want to share the couch. He's over here he don't want to share the dad. You have to share the dad. Stop it. Be nice. Other puppy went and laid. He don't want to share the dad. So, anyways, but yeah, again, I think if people can make a life-changing, so to speak, not greedy, and you pay your whatever your dues or whatever, and give unto Caesar or whatever, that nonsense. But it is what it is, guys. So I'm not. Would you please? You need to share the dad. I'm doing a live, please. Thank you. Okay, he's fine now. He got down off the couch. He's going to come sit down below dad. He'll be okay. You all right? You okay? I love you. All right. Good puppy dog. I'm not giving any financial advice. None of this is just financial advice. It's silver theory, financial theory, Bitcoin theory. It's all nonsense. Put your treasure up in heaven. But you got to have some money. Money's not the root of all evil. It's the love of money, the agape. So normally trick people with that. I won't trick you guys tonight, but we got to have a way to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in the meantime, everything's so overpriced and it's hard for anybody to make it in this day and age. A college education doesn't guarantee you a job. When I grew up, I'm an older guy, college degree guaranteed you a good job and a good life and blah, blah, blah. It's just debt now. We got more in debt. The United States, GDP comes from our college debt. Woo! This place is freaking silly, man. They're printing $1 trillion every 100 days, guys, right now. This is an unsustainable system that we're on here right now. 34. It can't be 34 trillion. It is with the unfunded liabilities, student loans, Social Security. Oh my goodness. It's insane. And it's all the nations too. During the COVID, they all blew up their currency. So we're a bazillion. I don't even if it's a number anymore. How could they even, this is so unsustainable. Something they just printed another $1.7 trillion or something. It's getting just, went past $33.3 trillion. That was it. That's it. Can't be paid back. It's a mathematical impossibility. Put a fork in her, boys. She's done. Nobody wants her treasury anymore. BRICS nations, watch out. All in all, it's just we don't want your treasuries. We don't want your debt. BRICS nation and the wall. Better get it, man. These people are definitely saying, bye-bye, US dollar. We don't want it. Hey, we're going to build this Belt Road Initiative. We're going to bring back the Silk Road. Not a single dollar, the largest infrastructure known to man being built right now. Not one single dollar being spent on it. How are they going to have 100 meetings or something? Nobody knows about BRICS. Everybody's all, what? BRICS? What do you mean? No, I said, hey, better careful. I'm going to get a copyright strike if I get that too close. Forgot this is YouTube. Don't lose your mind, Tracy. Remember the platform you're on. It's not the Dragon. You can play music on the Dragon, but they don't like music over here. I get a copyright strike playing their own music off their own list that they gave me. Like, dude, I did a money, and got a copyright strike on the music they let me upload to their own platform. What kind of crap is that? But I stayed here longest because we're talking about money. Well, normally I don't care about money, Patricia, but you know what I'm saying? We got to have some kind of money. And like I said, you got to get by. Red flags here and there. Uh-oh. Civil War? Yeah. There's something in there. There's something in that movie. Thanks for the update there, Si. I appreciate it. Si's watching some movies, give me the decodes on the movies. They put it all in the movies. They tell lies to your vision. I grew up watching programs. It's not that anymore. Remember that? Never mind. Get up, push hand to TV, right? That's your remote right there. Paris, like, I got one right there. See that? Kid, get up and change the channel. See my remote? I'm old school, guys, but the old disappearing remote trick. Never mind. Socks and remotes. I don't hear about the Mandela effect. That thing's been around forever. I know a million times I've done set that channel changer right down on the television. I look up and it's gone. I don't even take my feet off the ground. I move around, make sure I don't look through the couch, turn up. It's right back there on the coffee table. Mandela affected. Yep. There we go. We'll be done before you know it. We'll be Mandela affected. That's right. Predictive programming, Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem. They have a pre-planned solution. They know there'll be a reaction from the public, and they come in as the hero to the solution of the pre-planned problem that they created. Another brick in the wall. Hegelian dialect. Here they go. It's just what is Andy Scheckman from Miles Franklin. He's a broker for the U.S. Mint, and he calls it logarithmic decay. Frog in a pot of boiling water. They just turn it up slow on you. Death by a million paper cuts, right? So anyways, they think generationally, not 30 seconds ago. That's so 30 seconds ago. I don't want to hear about it. You can't even concentrate in America. So they'll go into their re-education. Concentrate, re-educate, coming back. Tram law, Mr. Mart. Remember World War II? Yeah. Anyways, but it's pretty silly on this, watching all this. I don't even know. It's like ZIRP, zero interest rate program. Who would ever thought zero interest rates? And hey, we had interest rates at 14 years in this country at zero. Just penalize the saver. Get it out. Get it out from underneath your mattress. Unbury that stuff. You ain't going to make no money on it. It's just going to be sitting there worthless, losing its value over time. That'll get them to spend it in the economy. Oh, thank you, Mr. Trump, Mr. Warp Speed. I thought you were going to audit the Fed. Instead, you blew up Powell's bubble, right? 3.5 years, greatest economy. My, you know what? Collapsed in 2.5 weeks. 3.5 years worth of gains. Wah, wah, wah. 2.5 weeks. Greatest economy, my, you know what? That's what I said. But created off emergency monetary policy. Don't you go look at the Fed's balance sheet? They didn't stop pumping that, did they? Operation Twist, quantitative easing 2, quantitative easing 1. Oh, wait, remember here. We're not doing. Oh, yeah. Did you look at the balance sheet? Just kept pumping it, didn't they? Oh, they stopped that, didn't they? The bank term lending fund. Oh, overnight. Yeah, no more keeping these banks liquid anymore, huh? Commercial real estate in China, the largest market in the world's crashed. But everything is awesome in America. Everything is awesome. Cool. Right on. It's good to see you. Thank you, sister, for coming in. Just out here watching the silver hit $30, 10 cents off $30 today, guys. So it was good to see it pull back. To be honest with you, it's pretty inflated, but there's a ton of room to go with silver. Silver could go anywhere at this point. I've already explained this market to people. There's unaffordanium and unobtainium. I'm not the first one to say that. So wait till they can't get it. Then they'll be rushing into those mining stocks. And oh yeah, Costco is selling sleeves of silver. People can't get the gold, so they're buying silver at Costco, Maples, and now Eagles. So Walmart's been selling silver. They're acting like that's new news. But I like hearing all the news. People talk about silver. It's good, man. It's good. It's good. You know what I mean? It's good. It's God's money, and save silver and save lives. They drop 500 ounces of this on children, and they'll throw their gold and the silver in the streets, right? It says in the Word of God. Now they take 3 to 500 of these ounces and put them in the tip of a smart missile and drop them on a child or in the streets all over the world. They've been throwing their silver in the streets for decades. So anyways, oh, you thought it meant it can't eat it, huh? Maybe no. Gold has never gone to zero, or silver. That's not what. Yeah, right. I wish you understand. I wish people would discern the word. So, anyways, yeah, save silver and save lives. That's right. Hashtag save silver, save lives. Take this out of the Boston Dynamic dogs coming to your door. Brought to you by DARPA. Boston Dynamic dogs and Terminators they're taking over your jobs. How many ounces of silver in an aircraft destroyer? Aircraft. Any of these any one of these military, naval. How much do you think is in an F-35? How much is in a drone? How much silver does it? It takes 500 of these to put it at the tip of a smart missile to get it out of its hole and get it to its target. 500 of these get dropped. Boom, gone. No mas. No more. Bye, silver. See you later. So if you save silver, you take that out of the hands of the military industrial complex. I don't think God ever wanted us to kill each other with this metal. What's your thoughts? What say you? Put your comment in the comment section. If you're watching this video later, because we do have people who watch these lives afterwards, leave your comment in the comment section on, do you think God meant us to kill each other with his metal, with God's metal? They sold him for 30 pieces of it, remember? It was the first metal in scripture, the silver dinar. So I personally, I'll leave my comment. I don't think God intended us to kill each other with gold or silver. So shame on us. Just throws it on top of children and hospitals and heads of people all over the world. Yes, America. America, 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 boys. 1,003 military bases, the money changers of the world, right? So anyways, let's keep the topic to silver. Money. Yep. God's money. Silver and gold never gone to zero. 4,000 of these bad boys since the 12th century. Chinese are the best at doing this. Did you see the Chinese government told their citizens to buy gold? Well, actually, if you look, Chinese just shorted the market, didn't they? They say, oh, you think silver, you think gold? Well, guess what? We're going to buy it. We're going to, yep. Better watch out for the Chinese in the silver market. Not good. Photovoltaics, boy, they could easily corner the silver market. So, but see, do you understand? This is the lifeblood of the military industrial complex. This is the lifeblood, not oil. It takes this to get that oil. They put this in tanks. They put this in the aircraft, in the drones, in the computer for the drone operators. They put this in the military aircraft that are helicopters, Apaches. How much of this do you think is in an Apache? To take an Apache to work? How much silver is in a Black Hawk? How much silver is in a Navy? Again, a destroyer, an aircraft carrier. How much is in a Boston Dynamics DARPA dog that's going to come kick down your door? Yep, save silver. You might save your own life. I'm not worried. He said, don't try to worry about who can take your flesh. Worry who can take your soul. But anyways, Boston Dynamic DARPA dogs coming to a door near you. Save silver. That might not be enough silver to bring that Boston Dynamics Terminator to your door. Are there the dogs, or who's doing? Oh, it's Mr. Musk who's doing the Terminators, huh? How much silver in the Terminator and a muskrat Terminator? How much silver is in a Terminator? I'm with this. I don't know. It could be, I'm here with the dragon. Drink your dew. Oh. Oh, they're good. They're all, I get the cats and the puppies and the dogs are laying. Just chilling. We're just hanging out, having a good old time. With the dad. So, with the dad. Anyways, thanks for coming in, guys. Just trying to have a silver talk. Actually, lots of talk of silver right now. So, good to kind of finally see it breaking out of its, it's been kind of in a, no, it's not an all-time low, but yeah, cool. Like I said, it's still very reasonably priced if you ask me. I mean, it's been $50. Again, I told you that this same exact coin cost you $50 during the COVID. It's down now to, like $35 or something like that right now. So pretty good price on it if you ask me. This is the last piece of silver I bought. It's been since 2000 that I have been able to purchase a piece of metal myself. So, but good for you guys that some of you people just cost average it. buy it monthly, a little bit, one here, one there, two here, two, three. That's how I've always been able to try to just buy a little bit at a time, you know. So again, I'm just trying to give it as a different side, because I'm not making it as a monetary thing like that, you know. I think it has value. If you've never held a piece of silver in your hand, you know, I've taken this piece of silver right here. This is a silver piece of silver from 2020. I've taken this silver right here and put this in the hand of a man that has more than $100 million. More than $100 million. This particular piece of silver right here, and put this in the hands of a man that had more than $100 million. And he asked me where to get this. Where do you get those? He didn't own one. So I doubt if he owns any gold. So not just because somebody has millions of dollars doesn't mean they own precious metals. So, yep. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully this 5-ounce bar right here will buy my gravel. I hope I can get some kind of gravel before then, but hopefully this 5 ounces of gold or silver, I don't have any gold, but no, I'm not rich. Told you, it's been 2004 since I've been able to buy one piece of silver, or 2002, 2020, like it says on the coin, 4 years ago, at the start of the Vidco, right? I don't have a new one with the new eagle on it. There's one that's got the, I call it the crooked, whatever, the broken wing eagle. But anyways, I don't know, rip on it right now. But maybe I'll trade that for like 20 loads of gravel is what I'm hoping. Because there will be 4 or 5 people out here who do gravel, and they probably won't have any silver. And when this goes up, I don't want to trade it for money. I want to trade it for assets like gravel. Maybe it'd be worth a little more. Maybe I'll trade it for a little chunk of land or something like that too. You know, you never know. We'll see. Silver to the moon, maybe. So I'd take any kind of gravel I can get at this point. I've run pit run out here and run some pretty big rock because I'm up against the water pivot, and I got a lot of pooling water. So I got to make, you know, standing water. I got to make it be able to hold water underneath and still do what it's supposed to do on top. But hey, I've got a lot of work in up in the front of this property, but you can get back in here now, and I've worked the rest of it with a shovel and a rake. Seriously, chopping up sagebrush, throwing it in the driveway to try to keep it all together. So it's come a long way in 7 years with the rake and a shovel. Driveway don't even look the same anymore. So actually I have 2 driveways. I've all done 2 another big old huge driveway by hand, all of it rake and a shovel. But anyways, someday maybe this piece of silver right here, since you can only if you divide up all the silver, and there's a silver deficit on this earth right now, meaning in 2006 we reached peak silver. That's a 5-ounce bar, and there's 8 ounces of silver right there. That everybody can only have 8 ounces. If you divided up all the, like, socialism and divided it all up, like, hey, you know, Dante's got 3 bikes and Recruit's got no bikes. So Dante, you got to give up your 2 bikes, and you got to give one to Recruit and give one to whoever, you know, that's socialism, right? Divide it all out evenly kind of deal. Remember? So, yeah, you got to give up your bikes, man. Don't you want Donald McNugget, McTrumpet, McThump, the biggest socialist ever in the history of mankind, $8.8 trillion, and wow, 4 years, 8. Oh boy, not like the sound of. If you divide up all the silver on the earth, you can only have 8 ounces. 8 ounces. That's it. So if somebody has 9 ounces, you don't get one. Yes, there's been 4,000 paper currencies since the 12th century. China was the first one to invent paper currency. And all 4,000 have gone to the inherent value of 0, every one of them. And this will one day it's want it anymore. Just like people don't really want it much more. That's right. Every one of it has failed. There's never been one of them that hasn't failed. Gold and silver have never gone, ever, not in the last 7,000 years. So, yep. Make a buck on Bitcoin. If you got that, cash out, buy some silver and gold with it. Take your profits. Never wrong with taking profits. So I'm going to go ahead and hit on that because somebody's going to mention Bitcoin, and that's okay. I'm not opposed to, do whatever you want to. I don't want to make a dime on it, but it is what it is. Going to be a lot of Bitcoin millionaires made on this run up, probably way more than the last one. But I prefer to make anything in my investments. I don't want to trade mine. I told you I want to trade mine for gravel. The idea is never to pay for this with a piece of paper and buy a real asset and trade it back for a piece of paper. How stupid is that? Well, if you need to, it's liquid. That's why you need to establish a relationship with your local coin shop so that if you have to, you'll get your most, or you're close to spot, or if there's a high premium in the market, they'll give you some of that back. You're not going to get that at a pawn shop, and probably not. Another thing you can do is I don't recommend doing this, but right now you could take this piece of silver. It used to be like $30, right? You could probably pick one, or $20 or 14. But I was trying to get this people to buy this back when, it was 14, 13, 12, 13, $14, $1 over spot. But anyways, guys, told you I was putting this in the hand of millionaires with a $20 bill, asking people, would you rather have this or a $20 bill? I'd probably asked that 500, 1,000 times. I've sat this coin and a $20 bill in somebody's hands and asked them, what would you rather have? Hold out your hands. Let me see your hands. I'd always make sure I had a $20 bill in my pocket. Even when this was under 20, it still worked. Now they're 35. They got up to 50 during the COVID for this same coin. I told you I put this in the hands of a man that had $100 million, and he didn't even own one of these. Not even one. So don't think people own silver just because they have hundreds of millions of dollars. Most people don't even participate in the precious metals market. They have zeros and ones on a computer. Some people have assets, but this is such a small market. So anyways, this is money, and it's never gone to zero, okay? And so I've taken this again and put this in the hand of a millionaire and asked him what he'd rather have, this or money, or the 20. Some people, guys, believe it or not, before, I'd rather, because they didn't know what it was worth. You ever see Mark Dice when he goes around and ask people if they trade, I think he had gold or silver, and most people don't even recognize it. But it's starting to become a little more, you're starting to see it in the news. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. You could take this silver coin. There was a time where I ran out, and I don't have it because I had a buffalo. I dropped the coin the other day. It is what it is for carried in your pocket, but it is what it is. So there was one time I was driving a long way and had a trailer, and it took way more gas than I thought it would. And I didn't have enough cash. I didn't put money in the bank, and I'm a cash type guy. Keep it in, I don't put money in the bank unless I'm paying a bill. So I had silver in my pocket. Okay? And I had it was a buffalo round. Okay? A silver buffalo. I don't have one on me right now. I don't think I have one here. So anyways, I walked up and I asked an older gentleman who was driving a truck. And I said, hey, look, I don't want to ask you for something for free. See, I'm parked over there, that trailer behind there. I'm out of money, and I don't want to ask for something for free. I mean, I'll help somebody out, but I'm in a situation I need to get some gas, and I got no way, as I'm still quite a ways away from where I need to be. And I would like to offer you this piece of silver. I said, I've got it from, a family member. It's kind of a memorial, and, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get rid of it, but I want to, what would you give me for this? Right? And he asked me to look at it, and he took it from me, and it was a silver buffalo, just a bullion. This is just a bullion. This is like a knockoff bullion round of a mercury dime, but it's a bullion. It was a buffalo round, and it wasn't anything special. I think the coin was, 20 bucks or something right back then, right? 20 bucks. And he said, well, I'll give you 50 bucks for it. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 50 bucks. And I said, well, all right. And I gave it to him. And then he took the silver and then he gave it and he handed it back to me. And he said, just keep it. And I said, no, sir, that's not the agreement. I agreed that I didn't want to come over here. I didn't want to come over here and ask you for any money for free. I was offering to give this to you, and that's the deal. We made a verbal deal, and he said, just take it back, young man. I don't want to take something from you, that your family member gave to you, And so I just shut up, and I took I said, okay, sir. And I thanked him, and I took the $50, and I got the silver piece back, guys. But look, I know this sounds crazy, but I bet you could go buy a roll of silver buffaloes right now. And I'm not telling you to do this, but you could walk around a parking lot. Just make it random. Don't stay in the same parking lot too long, okay? But you're not going to be soliciting anything. You're not just, look, you can walk around and ask somebody, tell you need some money for this. You need some cash. Hey, I need some cash for this. I don't know what it's worth because the silver value changes up and down all the time. It's a fluid market. It's priced off the paper market. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to do this, guys, but I'm just telling you, I bet you can walk around and you could ask people what would he give me for it? If somebody says 20 bucks, well, you might not want to take it if it costs you 30 bucks, right? I think I need to get a little bit more for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to do this, guys. I'm just telling you, people do not know the price of metal. But you could go around right now with a tube of silver buffaloes right now and walk around and probably get 50 to 100 bucks. Most people say it's worth, I don't know. So what do you think? What would you give me for it? I'll give you 50 bucks. Take it. Take it, guys. One time you put silver in somebody's hand, they'll get a bug, guys. That's why sometimes I give away pieces of silver. It's like I dropped a piece of silver. You know what I'm saying? The other day, we were out doing that job with Saya, and I didn't want to go back. I was like, whatever, somebody picked it up, probably their first piece of silver, and oh my goodness, and look at silver now. You know what I'm saying? They're probably like, oh, you just get a little bit of a bug for it, guys. It's just, it's not a get rich type of thing. It holds its value, and I'm not telling you to do it for economic advice, but again, I want to make you understand that you could probably get, 10 or 15 or 20 of these. And if you lived in a city, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not. It's a way to retain its value. It's not like that. I think Tate understands what I'm saying. It holds its value. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, read the Bible because this is first money in the Bible, guys. They sold Christ for 30 pieces of silver. I don't think God wanted us killing each other with this, So what kind of Bible are you talking about there, dog? What kind of Bible would you recommend people read? We'll pause here for a second. What kind, Mr. Dog, what kind of Bible would you recommend these people read? Do you have a particular Bible that you might recommend? Listening, waiting. Doom, 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 doom. You want to read the Gideon Milky Down Water version? All right, I guess I'd recommend the Interlinear Texas Receptus. Dual language. Since you're not speaking up, read it in both the Greek and the Hebrew. Look for this 4-volume set. It's coded with the concordance. Get a lexicon. Start studying it one word at a time. Careful about that watered down other gospel and that other Jesus. There's more than one Jesus in the Bible, brothers and sisters. Be careful of other people who come a wolf in sheep's clothing. So, anyways, well, whenever he asked, he didn't even give anything. Notice mine's sitting right here. So anyways, never mind, guys. It's not about that. I have such a bad habit. I can't hardly ever talk about anything with going back and talking about God. So I'm trying to make it a silver stream and not talk about God. It's so hard to do. I can't do it. Yeah, I live off the grid. So you just have to deal with it. You just get to hear my voice. It's not so, I'm not visually pleasing. So what are you worried about? I'm not 20 anymore. Just an old dude with the beard, right? Remember, I showed you a picture. I don't really look that old. It's just the beard that makes me look kind of old. So, but anyways. Oh, my goodness. You'll know them by their fruit, brothers and sisters. You know them by their fruit. Yes, I'm a military veteran. Please don't make my PTSD come back. No, whatever. Like I said, I shave off the beard. I can shave quite a few years off, but it's not about, I don't care. I'm not. There's more to life than looks, man. Right? Your looks fade. You get old and you better have some brains and wits about you. You know what I mean? I'm making up for what I lose in looks. I'm trying to make it up for with wits. Yeah, Bitcoin will go to zero in the end. It will, Jacob, but it will. But gold and silver have never gone to zero. So it's God's money. That's what I said. Only the sun can end Bitcoin. Thank you, Legendary, for repeating it. So that's what I've said. Only the sun will kill Bitcoin. That's it. The sun, the interweb. If the net gets cut, Casual Production says, in a bartering, I would definitely place beans above silver, though. Casual, you are so freaking right. I would do the same thing. Listen to Casual. Casual is 100% right. You better have some beans and some rice, and you better have some kind of water filtration system before you buy any silver, brothers and sisters, okay? Casual's absolutely right, okay? He's 100% right. Food is way more important than any kind of metal, but you know, if you've made it past that and you're preps and you're wise, you know, and you have a way to protect them, you know, that's something that you might look into. You know what I mean? So got to have food first, got to have water. Water's more important than food. You can only go 3 days without water. So this is way more valuable than if you ask me, this is a $10 water. If the whole internet went down and everybody had a water filter on them, think about how different that day would be. Whoa, holy crap, that would be a different day, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it not? If everybody had a water filter? The lights went out and everybody had a water filter. Does that make sense? How different would that day would be? This is a really important product to have, guys. They make a Sawyer Mini. That's another filter, something like 100,000 gallons. It's not that expensive. A personal water filter, you know. And have a good animal, too. These are really important to have a good dog to protect you as well, huh? Big puppy dog that I love. What's that tail doing over there? I see that tail. That tail's a thumping away on the couch. Oh, Tuggy. He's a good boy. Oh, he's a good guy. I love him. I want a Tuggy. I want a guy. All right, guys. Make sure you have some good animals, too. But anyways, check it out, guys. This is really important. Again, think about what I'm saying, you know. He's just laying with the dad. He's a 125-pound, 13-year-old puppy. He has not figured out that you're so silly, dog. Dad's gonna get the doggy. I'm gonna get the doggy. I'm gonna get the doggy. Oh, you're a good boy. He's such a good boy. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. Love hanging out with the puppies. Like, I'm surrounded by puppies. You can't have one without having the other. You know the other one's gonna be right here with you too. Oh, it's the dad. Dad, you can't pay attention to him without paying attention to me. So, anyways, get off the grid, brothers and sisters. Get away from this system. Check out of this system. What are you doing, Pines? What are you doing? You have to wait. Dad's not going to stream all night long. I promise you. Okay, good boy. Where's yours? Got the computer to put him back. So that's Yotter Boy, and this is Tango over here. Big Tango Boy. He's 13 years old, and he thinks he's a puppy. Oh, big guy. Oh, big guy. Yeah, my biggest guy. My biggest guy that I love. Oh, I love him, guy. And one in the lap. So they're always here in the stream. You just don't see them. So hanging out with the dad. Yep, that's my Tango. Biggest boggy. He's my Taco Bell. He's over here giving me headbutts. Oh, my big Toggy boy. Oh, my biggest Toggy. Oh, my biggest guy. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Say hi. Oh, you'll be okay, biggest guy. You can share the dad. Such good kids that I have. Thanks for letting me share the puppies. Just gotta hop up back up here with the dad. Oh, you're gonna go crazy? Are you gonna go crazy? Uh-oh, he's gonna go crazy. Is that it? Is that all you got? Look at that silly dog. Ah, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, what a big puppy guy you are. No, I don't do any other platforms. I haven't had a chance. I've made myself a commitment to, yeah, they're doing good. Obviously, the puppies love being with the dad. They love being with the dad. There's my boys. There's my boys. Look at those ears. Just got the cutest ears ever. Those are dingo ears. Look at those dingo ears. Oh, look at them big old ears. And my dingo boy. Is my dingo boy. That's what I do, man. I've bred dogs. This is my hybrid with them big old dingo ears. I'm so pretty, boy. All right. Enough of the puppies. They're stealing the show. We're supposed to be talking about silver, and we're talking about puppies now. So, no kisses. Oh, I just got a kiss. So, but anyways, we're just hanging out here at the cabin, enjoying the evening. We got the kitten over there, sitting over there, sleeping on the bed. Can you say hi, girl? Pretty girl. She's my only girl. She's the only girl in my world. She knows Dad's talking about her. Huh. Pretty girl. She's my pretty girl. Hey, what are you doing, sweet pea? Oh, she's getting comfortable. She's such a sweet little girl. Sweet little kitty. Berkey. Yeah, she's a big little girl. Donald's outside, and he's a big boy. He's gotten real big. old John O'Don. He's a big guy. So anyways, I made myself a commitment. I got to go back to work full time starting Monday again, like I was doing during the winter months, so I can get that cabin done. I've been kind of putting all my work on here on this platform, and this has been such a blessing to see this channel in a couple months grow from 300 subscribers to over 15,000 subscribers. So what a blessing. TikTok is not for me anymore. Just shadow banned over there once I put out the water overlay video. And I finally did bring that First Amendment audit video over here to this platform, and we're still doing good over here. So much more at ease over here than being on the Dragon platform over there. And I'm saying, and it's very heavily censored over there. So I have to censor my speech. I don't like being on there. So I've decided, I talked to my son, and once this channel hits 20,000, I'm going to shut that TikTok channel off completely. I just don't, it's just, I just, you know, this is where everybody's at. Everybody came over here. I gave everybody a chance from 20,000 followers to go to the backup channel, and they didn't. So it's okay. All by thy kingdom come, thy will be done. You know, the Father's will always, you know, he's in control of this vessel. It's not me doing it. So anyways, what a blessing. What a blessing. I do appreciate having this ability to come in here and share the gospel, you know, with my brothers and sisters. And hopefully people will get to come back and learn, and we can edify each other with his word and judge each other righteously. He said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So you will judge lest you'll be judged. So you're going to be judged by the law that you go by. You judge others by that law. So we don't do none of that lollipop, you know, other Nimrod, you know, Christmas Nimrod Jesus in here. We were warned again, most lollipop, I call them lollipop Christians because they don't ask any questions. They put a lollipop in their mouth that tastes sweet, you know. That's a sweet doctrine. You know, you mix sweet doctrine with leaven, with sin. You know what I'm saying? You become drunk. That's the parameters it takes to make alcohol, correct? Right? It can't be too hot or too cold, or it will not ferment, right? That's why he said, if you are not hot or cold, if you are lukewarm, I will vomit you from my mouth. Not just spew under that watered down, I'll give you the meat. He wants you to eat the meat, I'm going to give you the meat. Spit out the bones. Chew up the meat, spit out the bones. What you don't want, discern all things. So it's okay. Their ignorance is okay. But people who follow after Allah believe that Muhammad is the Hamashiach, and that's not Christ. He is the Hamashiach, the anointed, the Messiah, Yahushua Hamashiach. They believe in their Quran. They recognize Jesus Christ, the Hamashiach, but they don't believe that he is the Christo. He is the Christ, the anointed. And so they're going to, God will take care of them. He says, let vengeance be mine, saith the Lord. And he has a place for vessels of wrath. So, you know, they don't believe in the New Testament. They don't go through the New Testament. He said the wages of sin is death. One sin. So good luck to people who do not go through the New Testament and do not go through the Son. So do not worry about their lunar worship. It's void of the Hamashiach. It's void of the anointed, Christo, the Christ. And so the Christ isn't a pedophile. They believe that Muhammad is the anointed and the Christ, and that's blasphemy. How could somebody be a pedophile? He said, if you hurt one hair on my children's head, right, cause one of them to stumble, be better than to have a millstone tied around your neck and to be cast into the sea. So good luck with that. So it doesn't matter. Like I said, most religions are pagan in nature. And that's not up me to try to change a goat into a sheep, right? God already chose his bride. And under the Old Testament, which was eye for an eye, they believe in infidel, and that's against the New Testament. So they're an apostasy, and God will deal with them. They will go to the abyss. God created them as vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. So I'm atheist, and I try to do as much good as I can, no matter how much good I do or people I help. That's good. Yeah, you can't go, if you're an atheist, the only way to the Father, BD, is through the Son. And it ain't no stupid, ignorant religion. I guarantee you, I've known a bunch of people like you that call themselves atheists that know more than 98% of Christians. Christians are ignorant. Baptists are ignorant. Mormons are ignorant. Presbyterians are ignorant. Protestants are ignorant. They're all ignorant. They're all pagans, most of them. So my son, who loves the word at 8, 9 years old, 10 years, told me, I remember when he was pretty young, he came to me, he said, Dad, when I talk to atheists, they know more than Christians. Why is that? They said they don't believe in God, but when I talk to them, they know more than Christians. I said, I know, son, they're just hiding behind the word atheist. Some of them do understand, and they just don't want this stupid religion pushed on them because they actually read the word, son. They figured out the whole sky daddy God and ha ha ha. And they're mocking ignorance, son. They just hide behind the name atheists. Many of them are believers. They just don't want to be associated with anything because they know if they could have a personal relationship with God, it doesn't matter what the world thinks of them. So people hide behind that label. He said, oh, okay. He understood at like 9 years old, guys. He was very young. So, if you're a true atheist, you don't believe, well, you're going to go to hell. I can't change that. God already created you as a vessel of wrath. You're not going through the New Testament. And there's ways to, I could tell you where the gospel is. That isn't religion. You know what I'm saying? That's not what Christ didn't come back to make religion. He went in there and ripped the churches. You know what? He went in there and fastened the cording and whipped the people in the churches. So, that's my last story. Tracy, good to hear some truth. So I'll see you in hell. I'll probably go to hell a little perky. I'm not worthy of his kingdom. Even this understanding he's given me is not, I'm filthy rags. So probably Perky said, I'll see you in hell. There's a chance I'll probably, I'm not worthy of his kingdom. So I'd probably be right. So, but anyways, guys, it's, I appreciate it. Much love, guys. Much love. It just, like I said, guys, it's not about some religion. I don't do religion in here. It technically, guys, thanks for coming in, Sister Diana. Thank you, longtime follower over there on TikTok, and thank you for coming over here and showing yourself here over on YouTube. I do appreciate it. This channel, again, has grown in leaps and bounds. I do appreciate people who just, Oligas, remember, who came over from the TikTok platform. All glory to God. All glory. Very few, he said, right? Very few find that narrow way, that narrow gate. So, straight is the gate, difficult is the path. All right. Yes. Tell Sister Lynn that I said hi, and I hope you ladies are doing good. And I apologize. It just TikTok and me don't blend anymore. I just don't feel very good over there. I feel like it's the dragon platform, so I have to be very censored over there. And I feel like I can be much less restrained. I've seriously gotten banned over there for just preaching the gospel. You know what I mean? Well, not necessarily, Dante. I'm not sure what you mean hoarding, but okay. But anyways, thank you, brothers, sisters, for coming in. I appreciate it. Again, this is yeah, definitely. Again, it's good to see you again. Still doing the cabins out here. Again, I got to get myself back to work. I found that there's a good pile of those well, yeah, you never get rid of all your silver. You don't get rid of all your silver. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Never sell your whole stack of silver. They kept silver to give to their generations. It's generational wealth is what it is. So never sell your whole stack of silver. I'm not giving any economic advice. I just been in the silver market and understand it for a long time, guys. That's so nice of you, Foldus. I wish I could see who I'm talking to, but it doesn't matter. That's a kind thing for you to say. I hope you're a female, you know. And I'm not looking for a date. I'm looking for a wife. Okay, I need an equally yoked wife, and so. But that's a very nice thing to say. If I think I'd be blushing, I don't know, but that was a nice thing to say. Bless you. But speak in Spanish, poquito español. But okay. Anyways, thank you again for coming in and participating and always leaving good comments. Some of you guys come back and regularly to this platform, and it's grown. You know what I'm saying? And wow, hallelujah, man. The Father works in mysterious ways. Again, got banned off the Dragon platform, came over here. I tried to get that back up for the backup channel, and a couple months didn't get anywhere with it, you know, and came over here, and wow. So thank you, Father, all glory. I try to give thanks to him at the beginning of every stream, so we know that we're supposed to thank him for all things good and bad, right? So let him be the lead singer. You just sit there and pay the background, right? Be the vessel. Let him be the captain of the ship. You know, just be the vessel. Tighten up those loose boards in your ship, brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff to have, to be a witness to this day and this age of the heavens, the firmament, all this declaring of these celestial markers. Man, I don't know. It does not get much better than this, if you ask me. So, hallelujah. Yes, silver is the first. They sold Christ for 30 pieces of silver. It was silver dinar. Is silver ever mentioned in the Bible? Yep, 666 is the number of man. Is one of the 18 precious metals. So, yep. Sorry, I won't answer ignorance, guys. You're well versed. Your feedback. Yep, school hard knocks. That's a good way to put it. You don't know very much about God? Tell me a prayer. Well, I only pray for God's will. So if he says, if you are to pray, pray like this. Our Father, who art in heaven, glorify, edify his Shem, his name. That in the original scripture, it would say Shem. Glorify his name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive us our debtors. They used to have a jubilee, brothers and sisters. I'm 50 years old. There was 7 Shemitah cycles of 7-year cycles, and on the 50th year, all debts were forgiven. And they've taken that out of scripture, obviously. And they've replaced that with forgive us our trespasses of those who trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory. Hallelujah, now and forever. Shalom. That is the Lord's Prayer. So he said, if you are to pray, that is how we are to pray. And that is the Lord's Prayer. So when I pray for his will. I don't pray for anything else other than his will. He already knows what you want. He's the creator of all things. He wills all things through either self-will. He knows what you'll do and gives you that self-will, not free will, but what is called idolatry, porneia in the Greek. That's the Greek word for idolatry. Study the Greek. Study the word in the original text that it's written in. Study the Textus Receptus, and you'll start to be able to apocalypse, unveil, lift the veil, remove the cover, revelation. You'll have a revelation. You'll understand the definition, use a lexicon, and study it one word at a time. Use your concordance and study it, and you'll be found worthy because you'll study, and you'll not be speaking in translation, but transliteration. You'll literally be speaking the definition, not some watered down version of the word. That's what most people speak. And translation, not transliteration. They don't speak any definition. They don't know the words that come out of their mouth. Most people don't even understand the original word was invented off of vibration, literally off of resonance, off the toroidal field, the Torah, the Hebrew, the Latin. That's written from the Torah, comes from the toroidal field. Has actual value, actual resonance. And now we speak some other bastardized version of it. Doesn't even have any. It has a little bit of the babble, a little bit of the bass, but it doesn't have any. It's all watered translation. So I recommend you study the Old Testament in the Hebrew, and you study the New Testament in the Greek. You start to unveil, lift the veil, remove the cover. You'll have an apocalypse, a revelation. He unveils the aletheia that's been standing there all along, brothers and sisters. It's inside of all of us. He says, seek and ye shall find. Ask and you shall receive. Yeah, a relationship, not religion. Okay. Undertake already attack the law. Cool. Some of you guys are pretty vile, man. We can see you by your fruits. You do the works of your father, the devil. Yeah, it looks like we got a bunch of kids in here. Some ignorance going on in here tonight. But anyways, thanks again, brothers, sisters. We hit what yesterday. I had the 15K. Thank you, live stream. What an amazing feat that is to go in just 2 months. I think it's been. So that's a very large. Some of the analytics are quite staggering, and much glory to the Father. So good stuff, guys. I'm glad that God made his word so clear by definition, by studying and not by the traditions of men and all these. Remember, he says you cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve mammon and God. So I don't put my faith in men. I put my faith in God, and believe is a verb, so it isn't a thought in your head. So it ain't what you believe or ain't what you think. Most people are just ignorant idiots, and they just speak in a bunch of translation, and they're just paper cutouts to me, like I don't know. Reminds me of the COVID football, games with the paper cutouts. You're a paper cutout. You're a 0 and a 1. God created you as a vessel of wrath, fitted for destruction, for the foundation of the world. I can't change you're a goat, and I can't change you into a sheep. He didn't predestine goats to be sheep or sheeps to be. He only predestined his bride. Only the ones that love him walk and follow in his commandments. 2 John and 6, that's the word agape, love. Those that love God, follow his commandments, to walk and follow in the commandments of God. 2 John and 6, those that carry their cross daily, right? Daily cross. Who shall ever come after me? He tells us in his book of Matthew, who shall ever come after me, let them deny themselves. Take up your cross daily. You can't set it down, brothers, sisters. No. You can't. He didn't say anywhere in that book you can set it down. Take up your cross and follow after me. So you have to do what he did. And they hated him and killed him. Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't the lollipop Jesus. It wasn't the lollipop Jesus. No, sir. No, ma'am. They hated Christ. He healed on the Sabbath, and that was against their law. Well, it was his law they had twisted, but remember, it was the halakha and the haggadah. Ask your priest and pastor that word. They'll look at you like this. Huh? Yep, like a dog. Like, what in the abyss did you just say? What in the no busos did you just say? What in the no bathos did you just say? Ask him that. Ask him halakha. Hey, priest. Hey, Pastor Joe, John, Jim, Bob, Jack. What's the word halakha? Heard some crazy old man on the internet say halakha. He said to ask you that word, what that is. Halakha. I love it. So, and haggadah. So, anyways, brothers, sisters, his word is what people love to froward and pervert. And that's just exactly what they did. They perverted his word. So he came back, not the lollipop Jesus, and he was calling out the churches as the synagogues of Satan. And he was telling them that you do the works of your father, the devil. So not going to fall for that other yep, it's the moccasin company. Here's the other one that I wear. That one's been around longer than this one. So that is, they do it 3 colors. 3 colors. Maybe I'll have the beige one. I like to work in these hats. Obviously, you can see this hat has been worked in for quite some time. So anyways, they're good hats. There you go. So definitely something, it's a good investment. Yeah. You have the tan one? I want the tan one. That's the only one I don't have. So, but anyways, you man's got to have a good hat. Needs a good lady and a good dog and a good piece of property, right? And a nice, decent cabin to live in. I got everything but the lady. That Berkey water is fire. I think I'm gonna have to get me some more ice, and that won't down to the bottom of the ice. I like my ice water. Okay, the sand one stains too easy. I figured because that other one has got like a suede. This one's very, it's got the smooth. Yeah, let me get actually, guys, a refill here, and I probably won't stay on here too much longer. See, I told you it's impossible for me just to have a silver talk. Maybe I was thinking about it, Tim. When my channel reached 20,000 over here, I was going to shut that TikTok dragon off over there. I don't put any work into that. It's just a waste of my time. It's okay. This is where the body's at anyways. So anyways, I told you guys I can't try to talk about silver, but I end up talking about God. I always do it no matter what. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm programmed. You're programmed to be a 0 and a 1 on a computer, or you're programmed to be a paper cutout at a football game. I'm programmed to do whatever my Father commands me to do. I'm a soldier of God. He is my commander. He controls this vessel. It's not I. Not I. He makes me do it. Doing it off the grid, off the grid, off the grid. Oh. Oh, man. You're such a good doggy. I don't think you want to go back there. Stay inside with it. Stay inside with the dad. Stay inside with the dad. I got way too much bread, didn't I? Oh well. Man, I got too much bread. I went to the store and visited my son. Went to the store and got too much bread. I never eat it up fast enough. No begging, Tango. Go on. Go lay down over there, dog. I don't do begging, dogs. Go. New factory silver. Huh, interesting. Never heard that term before. What's ruining the market is the military-industrial complex. I told you, they use more silver than anybody on the planet. No, you're wrong. It's the military is the reason why silver is so cheap. Don't you understand? We take 500 of these, 300 to 500 of these ounces, and that's a monster box. And drop it on women and children in the streets all over the world, and men are fighting in hospitals and built in the streets. They'll throw their silver in the streets around the world, a monster box at a time. Gone. No more silver. See ya. So there was never any gold in Fort Knox. That'd be the stupidest thing ever. I don't. I've showed you though. I don't know. What do we got on this one? Hold on. What do we got here? The water event. The water event. Look at that. Check that out. 10/24/24. That's you right there. Are you feeling it? Look at that. I overlaid the map. Gee, I wonder what they're doing there. Gee, I wonder what they're doing there. It's almost like they blocked that portion of the U.S. off with hey, emergency, shut the school down. Emergency, Roger, Dodger, 10-4, big copy. That's a big 10-4. Over, Dodger, Roger. Sure. They can't control the tides. They're not going to control the tides. They're not going to control the tides. God will control. It says the heaven and the earth will be shaken. But not, you can't corkscrew spin me. Sorry. So, but anyways, you getting it? You guys seeing this? Obviously, this is the U.S. side where the water overlay map is over here. See how they cut everybody off? When this I think it'll happen in waves. Waves. Sorrows, birthing pains, like a woman in labor, like a woman in travail. It will come and increase in intensity. The tides, earth will increase. Right. It's already been written in. You guys go see David at Adapt 2030. Adapt 2030. Already confirmed this event now. This has been put in the paintings hundreds and thousands of years ago, these four large gas giants with these tides. And if you go look at David's, you can see at Adapt 2030 that some of these waves come in successions and get larger and larger in the illustration. So I wasn't wrong. I got it right. I got it correct. It ain't about being right. It's about reconstructing the event before we had all the evidence. Now I have all the evidence I need. You don't need, if you don't do what you will. I'm the only channel on all of the internet right now, and I give all glory to God that is showing you that there's no such thing as April 8th, exercises with these shutdown and state of emergency. No such thing as April 8th exercises, only title, right? 10/24/24 potential title disguises. They're running cover. This highway goes from coast to coast. How much military equipment, how much stuff was just put on this highway? There's something going on with this too, guys. People are getting sick. If you watch Jesse at BP Earthwatch, anybody that was on this, he has a lot of people that's written into his channel. Anybody that was in this path of totality, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for the Lord out with me. But this shadow is what I'm talking about. People that were in this shadow. He has a video and he's got literally thousands of people, something like 15,000 on that one video, people talking about their family members are sick. Whoever stood anywhere along this line, not anybody, but there are people, This is something that they're not talking about yet, guys. So I believe it has something to do, obviously, with this, event that took place. I told you it was going to be a nothing burger. It was what was spraying. It was sprayed in. Spraying. Everybody's talking about all the spraying in the sky. Just literally, it was disgusting that day. And most people are talking about that. Most people are talking about sick. That they were saying how bad the spraying was that day. So I'm just not trying to jump to conclusions yet. This is still very fresh. and in the news. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, guys, look at the overlay maps. You can see what I'm talking about. Go look at Jesse's video at BP Earthwatch. Okay, BP Earthwatch, the new BP Earthwatch. He has 2 videos where he's talking about this. Listen, guys, before the eclipse that happened, before the COVID, there was a lunar eclipse, guys, that happened. Jesse went out. He films a lot of stars and stuff like that. He's got a great channel. If you're not following BP Earthwatch on this platform, I've been following him for like 10, 12 years. He's got an excellent channel. It's called BP Earthwatch, but he went and filmed that, guys, like before the COVID. Remember there was an eclipse before COVID? You guys remember before COVID, there was an eclipse. There was a lunar eclipse. He went out and filmed it, and he got sick the same night, ended up going to the emergency room, guys. And he said there was a crap load of people where he was at. They were life flighting people out of there that night. So, yeah, so no eclipses happen all the time. I'm not saying that these aren't a normal concurrence too, so let's not overdo anything. It always makes X's. They happen on a regular, but something with this was, I'm talking about the spray, not the eclipse itself or the debacle, you know. And again, I'm talking about this line that they obviously left a lot of. If you look at the spraying, you'll see that, you know, obviously it was a ritual more than anything that I think too. Stand on the X 2.0. They did it again. They stood on the X again. They did it again. I don't know how many times they're going to make people stand on the X, you know. But anyways, I don't understand exactly, you know, there was all this deception behind this dragon comet or devil comet, and that didn't pan out like, you know, like they said it would. And so there was a lot of deception, you know. Yeah, you guys can think whatever you want, Kat and Alex. You guys just leave. We're not just pound sand, kick rocks, get out of here. I don't care what you think about me or anything. We're actually having an adult discussion, and I don't care what you think. Jimmy crack corn. How do you like that? So anyways, brothers and sisters, yeah, I said Jimmy crack corn. Yeah, I'm old school. I ain't gonna play silly little games. Grown man in this room, not playing with children, trying to speak about real things. People are really talking about what's going on, not just playing video games with their joystick all day or playing on the hub all day. We're trying to be real. People are getting sick, and we don't know why. We think it might have something to do with the spraying. You know, I'm talking about something else as well, and I don't keep company with vipers, so get behind me, Satan. You'll be ashes under my feet. I'll make you my footstool. He will. For me, he will make you my footstool. So this is what I believe that they did on that April 8th as well. See that? So they put everybody on that line. They put everybody on that line. Right? Sorry, I got to get somebody out of here. Well, whatever, you're going to just have to see whatever it is. But that goes from Nova Scotia that went from from Nova Scotia Okay, let's get rid of this idiot that's been in here for a minute. All right, well, it's not a super big picture. You only need to see the line. It's not, I know you guys can see it because I'll go back and watch this. I know what you can see in this video and what you can't. I know sometimes I'm blurry. You guys are just, the line goes from right here. It's not that blurry. I know when you can see, and I know when it gets blurry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I got a perfect picture because I got a crap phone. You're overlooking at this. This is because it's an overlay of multiple overlays. Is why it looks a little blurry. But this is the United States. This is Florida. This is the line that they put across the United States. This was the path of totality. It went from coast to coast. Okay, I'm just trying to get you to look at this line here. I believe when this water event comes in, the first time they're going to lock this portion of the United States down so you not make it over to where before in history is where the water has made it up to in the United States. So let me pull this back and show you a whole complete map without the... Might have to get I have 3 phones I'm working from here, so let me see. I'm sure I have some more images of this on this phone. No, wait, it's going to be this one here. Where's that at? Oh, no, I know what this one is. I'm going to just grab my other phone here, guys. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this place. So here's that image again. So that's what I believe has happened. And there's not anybody else talking about that. And I'm pretty sure I'll be 99% sure I'll be right. And I hope I'm wrong, guys, but I don't think I will. Because I believe this is what they're preparing for, is this event. So that's why it was a little blurry, because I was laying multiple overlay maps over this particular water overlay. The United States, all this gets covered in water. This is the area that does not go underwater. It doesn't stay like this permanently, but this is where all the government land has been taken over. Oh, that's the sun. Federal land. Now you figuring out what I'm telling you here? Nobody else is talking about this, guys. I'm the only person I know on the internet bringing up this April 8th event was to put everything. I'm a prior military police, a prior police officer, a traffic reconstructionist, and I think they put all this, it's like 5D chess. Like they're putting all this stuff. That's why they had everybody get ready. We're not that far. We're just less than probably a couple hundred days. How far are we from 10/24/24, guys? How many days are we until this celestial alignment? That's 24/24 right there. That is 10/24/24 right there. The video said 10/24/24 equals 79 AD. Correct? 79 AD. What's 79 AD? 10/24/24 equals 79 AD minus 1 degree. See, this is the same alignment. Right here is 10/24/24. Oh, hold on there. It'll focus. What happened there? Right, there we go. It's just my phone. Why is it doing that? So that is the 4 large gas giants forming that square in our outer solar system. Because I have a piece of crap phone on a mountain that you can still make out it. Yeah, I'm just going to shut down the screen. If you guys don't stop bitching about the quality, turning it off. I know it's not the great. You can still see it. I know what you can see. Like I said, I went back and watched these videos. You guys, I'm not streaming I live out in the middle of the desert. I got a 4G phone. I refuse to have 5G weapon on my... So that's 79 AD. This is 10/24/24 right here. There you go. 10/24/24 equals 79 AD minus 1 degree of rotation. Take that, put it in your pipe, and smoke it. So anyways, Go watch. There's videos on my channel. I'm just going to refer you to the channel. Love Matthews. Don't be an ignorant puke. This is where the heavens are going to be, you stupid, ignorant puke. Yeah, I'm on you puke because this isn't a predicting the future. You're spewing your vomit tsunamis all over the place, Matthew. I'm calling you out. I'm shining the light on you. This is where the heavens were at the time of Christ. Do you have any idea what the hell, what the abyss, what the place of, what the busos, no knowledge, the place of no knowledge, what the hell you're talking about? I don't think you do. I don't think you have any idea what you're talking about. So don't spew your nonsense in here. I don't want to hear it. Don't question my mods. Bye, Green Bean. Don't question what my mods are doing. My mods can do whatever they want. That's what they're modding, ignorance and stupidity. So, moving on. God, these are the alignment of the heavens at the time of Christ, brothers and sisters. No, my camera is not broke. You just heard what I said. Goodbye. This is the alignment at the time of Christ. He predicted that the temple, this isn't a predicting, I'm not predicting anything. This is where the stars were at in 79 AD. Okay. Bye, Kellen. Shut up about the quality. If you want to be removed, talk about it. And just talking, you can just listen now. I'll refer you to the channel. And there's videos on my channel if you want to see. So if you're having a problem with the quality, go watch. There's a video that's 3 minutes and 33 seconds long, one that's 1 minute and 1 second long. Should mention something about the 10-24-24, and one talks about us being in the 6th extinction event that we entered in 2020. We entered into the 6th extinction event in the 12,000 year cycle. So congratulations, give yourself a pat on the back. You already made it 3+ years in the extinction event. You didn't even know it, huh? Welcome to the new age. You didn't even know you were in the new age either, did you? Yep. Welcome to the apocalypse. You didn't know you were in the apocalypse, do you? No, I'm not a sovereign citizen. Sovereign means you're above the law. I don't claim sovereignty. I'm a man of the land and soil. You should go look at Thames. Go watch my video of my auditing the police officers in the county, in the hardest county to live in the state, where they're really known, cops are known for running people around in this township that I live in. So go check out my video, part 1 and 2, on how I tell the cops how to do their job. And go see how a real man acts around tyrants and thugs, police officers, whatever you want to call them, tyrants. I know I used to be one myself. So anyways, go watch the videos. Apparently, you know, it's late in the evening. My overhead light is because I'm off the grid, guys. I make my own power. Obviously, you can see in this building all the walls, but I don't have the lighting. I have LED lighting. So that's why it's pointing straight down at me. It's making a little bit of shine. So, yep. Just deal with it on this stream, and I'll refer you to my 3 videos, and then go check out Agape 2030 and look at his videos, or his video that he has about the title event, and he'll throw on the rest of the evidence that you should need to understand that this event probably and potentially will happen before 10-24-24. So there's a good chance the water's going to come up onto the land. He has video footage I haven't put out, and I put out video information he doesn't have. So between Agape 2030 and Predestined for Light, we are the only 2 internet channels on all the internet talking about this event. So it will happen. This is an event that happened in the past, and it will happen in the future. I encourage you to study 79 AD and study our magnetosphere. Start looking into the magnetic protection from our sun and how it's shielded and how our Earth's shielded from that magnetosphere, that magnetic protection. So anyways, I don't want to spend the rest of the night on here. I'm starting to get a little salty here, so I don't want to get there. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night, and I had a good day, and hoping tomorrow I can get something sold on the internet so I can no, I know you don't have any. I don't have any problems with sound. So I don't care if you can see me or not. I'm trying to refer you to videos on another channel, add my channel. So get over the visuals. I'm not very good to pleasing to the eye anymore. I was better looking when I was in my 20s, but this ain't about my looks or what I look like. It's about the information that I'm trying to pass out to you. So find the information over there at Adapt 2030. He is the only other person about this. You know, how many days are we away from? How many days away from me are from 10/24/24, guys? I just want people to try to get ready for this. You know, if it doesn't happen, great. If it does, this is going to suck, man. This is going to be a hard event to get through for all of us, you know. No, I'll never upgrade to 5G. 5G has nothing to do with the internet, Patch. Your ignorance is not going to work in here. So 5G is a military grade weapon, patented by the United States Navy. Your ignorance is bliss, isn't it? So people thinking that 5G has anything to do with the phone. It doesn't have anything to do with internet. It's a weapon. So anyways, I refuse to have a weapon on my phone. It's already weaponized enough. So I refuse to put that weaponry. I'm a veteran, so I'm very aware of what 60 gigahertz is, 60 millimeter wave is. So anyways, did you say it's 194 days away? Did you guys just say it's 194 days away until 10/24/24? I'm seriously going to have to stop putting this many hours. If it's under 200 days, you know, I'll come back and do another live tomorrow, Cindy. I'm just, wow, guys. Wow. Where did I let all that time go, man? I better get my butt in gear. I don't have forever to get this archive set up, this sun shield, this power, you know, this plasma shelter that I've been building for 10 years. So, anyways, I got to get my butt back to work on this cabin that I haven't been building because I got to get these cabins done. I want these cabins done by springtime. I need to spend every minute I have building my house, you know, building my house back near the storm shelter. It's adjacent that. So I'll have 150 foot of archive underground garden if I want to try to attempt that too. So I don't think I'll have I don't think I'll have the time to do that between building out the 3 cabins and getting them finished, finishing the storm shelter, and calling dibs on the butterfly cabin. Yeah, Cindy, nobody's taken dibs on the butterfly cabin yet. So that's going to be a fun build. I want to raise the roof. I want to raise the roof, at least portion of the of the butterfly, because it's got a lower roof in it. But we'll see when I get there. That should be a fun build too. Started doing some of the inside work on that, tinkering around with it a little bit. But you're a spammer, Hammer. Take your hammer spammer somewhere else. But yeah, I really think the Rusty Butterfly is a cute building. It's really cute. I enjoyed that build, and I'm excited to do the inside of that building. It's in a neat spot on the property, and well, I don't know. There's no way to loft it. I mean, can't loft that one. That one's not high enough to put a loft in. I could extend it out. The sky's the limit, you know, and anything, you know, if I had somebody out here or something, I can only, for me, I'm just going to probably put a skylight in it and Hey, Dante, I don't even know after 1024. Do you realize what the earth will look like after 1024? And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to over sensationalize this, but, I mean, where is this picture of this? I mean, I don't know what, I don't think, how are you going to value something? I think the whole comics market will be shut down, and you know what I mean? So, I mean, how is the government going to be doing anything at this point in time? I don't think any would be pricing any kind of metals. I mean, it's nothing wrong with your question. I'm not trying to down what you said, because I think it's a very value question, but how do we price metals at this point in time? How do you put a price on it? You're probably going to trade it and use it as an item for trade, in my, if that makes sense. So, I mean, it's a good question. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to down your question. So anyways, it is what it is. I don't know. Apologize. I'm done showing stuff on this thing here. But anyways, I'm going to try to get my home in order here. I didn't even realize that we're under 200 days, Wow, I really need to use every second I have here. And I already said I was going to make the commitment Monday to go back at it like I was. I spent a couple months off of here and was working and doing, not working on TikTok, and tried to do a little bit on there, getting that platform. But once I came over here, I almost started doing it full time. And I mean, I've streamed for 13, 14, 15 hours a day, more than full-time job at doing this. I've done 60, 80 hour weeks or better on this stream. So, but I felt like it's important. I've got to get this message out, Yep, a cosmic alignment, something we were in before in history. It's the same thing, So well, remember I told you there, mental health recovery. I've shown you a picture of what it looks like in Australia. It's you guys over there to the east. It looks like the only side. I mean, I know you have over there to the north, you have some higher peaks over there, but yeah, that's all I'm saying, guys. I don't want this to be true. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this to be true. I don't want this to be true. If this is true, guys, a lot of people are going to struggle because of this event. A lot of people are going to struggle because of this event. I wake up every day and I look at the abundance I have and I go, holy crap. I have way too much stuff, but if I could just hold fast, man, maybe someday I'm going to be able to use all these things that I have, like I've always wanted to do, and to help other people's when things are going to get, potentially going to be a struggle. You know what I'm saying? I want to help people. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, I mean, it's going to get tough. If we're not ready for this, mentally prepared, and I do not think they're going to tell anybody. You guys, more people are more focused on the elections and Iran and Iraq and, Ukraine and Russia and Gaza, and it's just a big, again, I told you guys, I have videos on this channel, 102424, look it up. Oh, I hear you. Goat, I hear you. I'm trying though, man. I'm going to do what I can. I want to try to go down helping, man. I want to try to help people when this happens, guys. If this happens, and I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't, and I can move on with my life, and I'll probably just go crawl in a hole and die. You know what I'm saying? If I get this wrong, I'll probably feel pretty bad, but I don't think that this is going to be something that I'm going to get wrong, and it's not about getting it right or wrong. I don't want to be right, and I don't want to be wrong either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's going to be hard either way. I've even called my son and talked to him about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what do I do if I get this wrong, or right? And he goes, well, Dad, you've gotten a lot of things right before in the past and you're still here. You know what I'm saying? You're still here, Dad. And I said, but son, this is a pretty huge event. He's like, Dad, you've picked some pretty big events in the past because of these cycles that you pay attention to. Obviously nothing to this size, and scope, but you'll be fine, Dad. You got it. You've done this before and you made it through the last times. And, so I don't know. This is just anything bigger than I've ever been a witness to. There's so many things that are lining up this event, and it's just, again, it's an alignment we were in before. I am not making any predictions at all on that. That will happen. I believe weather will dominate this earth. And if we can make it through the 10-24-24 event, since you guys are sitting there and, yeah, it cycles. That's all. It's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. There's something I've never seen, though, guys. I want to show you something that I've never been able to discover. I've never seen this, okay? Because I pay attention to cycles. And I've watched this stuff for a long time, guys. See this event here? 10-24-24. This is the sun. This is Saturn, Jupiter. These are the Jovian stars. Okay, God didn't create planets. So if you're going to sit there and discuss and argue about shoving your square peg in a round hole, and I don't want to hear it. Okay. Uranus and Neptune. In 79 AD, this was the same alignment, except for these two gas giants were in the opposite direction. Opposite direction. Uranus was sitting over here behind Saturn, and Neptune was sitting behind Jupiter. So it's the same alignment, off by 1 degree. I'll explain to you exactly what it was. So this 10-24-24 date that equals 79 degree minus 40%, not degrees, 40% of our magnetic protection. So in 79 AD, when we went into this alignment, like I showed you, I couldn't show you on my phone, but there's pictures of it on this channel. We got pinned between these four large gas giants, the four Jovian stars, the four largest gas. These aren't rocky bodies. These are gaseous giants. Okay. So these are the four largest Jovian stars in our solar system next to the sun. Okay. All right. You're out of here. Too much bitching. So anyways, what I'm concerned about is these are cycles. Okay. And the last time we had 100% protection, 100% magnetic protection from our sun. From the we have what is called a magnetosphere, and the sun has what is called a heliosphere. A heliosphere. Okay, I'm not going to draw it on the board, but it comes out, it looks like the shape I've shown you guys. It's a toroidal field. One thing I've never seen before, though, I've studied they've changed all this system now. Used to be able to go back and look at all these computer programs, guys, and go back a lot further than you can now. All I'm going to say is that I used to be able to go back a lot further than I can now. Okay, so they've shortened these. You used to be able to go back in time and look at the way all these stars lined up back in history, and you could spin it all the way out into the future. Do you understand? You could spin it all the way out into the future. Okay? And so this alignment is the same alignment that happened back in 79 AD. Oh, I know I've got that thing right there, but 79 AD, this same gas giant alignment. Okay? The magnetic protection, though, was at 100%. If you look at what happened in 79 AD, yes, this is the Earth right here, pinned in between the two large gas giants, and then it forms another magnetic field. I have a video of this if you want to go look at this. And it shows this magnetic block domain wall where if you put opposing magnetism or equal magnetism, it makes a cancellation of magnetism. Let me see. I could probably show you that if I get up closer here on this, since I'm not sitting back there underneath the. Just found some silver. Nice. Good stuff. Let me see if this is the right one, guys. Okay. Again, what I'm talking about is this right here. This, I have this on my channel. If you look on this dark spot in the middle, it cancels the magnetism. See, in between that magnet, it's got the black dot. There's no magnetism. Those are all magnetic field lines. That black spot in the middle, there's no magnetism. No magnetism. Okay? This would be called the block domain wall. Same thing here. If I zoom in here, you'll see that where that line is at, there's no magnetism. That's called the block domain wall. So Earth, if Earth was to get pinned in between this magnetism, this is like the Earth has a magnetic toroidal field. They all have a toroidal magnetic field. That would be like being pinned in between those four large looping fields. I don't have them illustrated here, but I made this graphic for you so you can understand. That would be like getting pinned in between those magnetic field lines. So I think Earth is going to get rocked. And I think what's going to happen is that the water, because of this block domain wall where magnetism is canceled, negated. See that? That would be like Earth right there in that black dot. The same thing. Okay, guys? So I think that this is what's going to cause this time the water to go ahead and come up onto the Earth like it did before. So here is 10-24-24, the same illustration I have on the board. So that's what I see, guys, here, okay? So what I want to show you again, after studying these cycles for a long time, guys, I've been studying these cycles for decades now, okay? A lot of this stuff have been very interested in the stars since I was young. My dad always told me I had my head somewhere else, you know? So, but something that's very interesting I have not talked about, okay, is that on 5 of 25, if we took this out of the equation and we slid this over, this is going to come around, and in April and in May, it's going to swing out into the front of the Earth, the front of the sun. I haven't talked about this event, guys. We got to make it through this event, but if you'll hang with me, if you listened, if you'll pay attention here, I will show you that you can find this information. This is not being hidden right now. There's just nobody talking about this. The Earth on 5 of 25, I add those two and call this the 7th. It's just, it doesn't really, I call it the 7th Trump, okay? That's not what this really is. But on 5 of 25, the Earth swings out in front of the sun, right here, sits out in front of the sun. Mercury, Venus pull back behind the sun, and so do all these other bodies are going to be sitting back here. It would be actually like Earth would be right here. Let's put that right here. And I encourage you to go look online. You can see this, if this is going to be an event that's going to happen. This isn't a prediction. So it's probably a little further away from that too. That's not a very good illustration. Let's try to make this a little more realistic on what I saw and what I've seen. I have illustrations. I believe I have a video on this on my TikTok channel as well before I take that channel down. So if this was the Earth, now imagine this celestial body, these 4 large gas giants, and then all the remaining bodies. If I put them back here, there were like 8 bodies being behind the sun, right? So if I drew, right? These remaining bodies here, just to give you a visual. I apologize, I'm not drawing very good here. Okay, well, that's horrible. Hold on. Sorry, guys, this is all illustrated. I just do all this by hand, so it's all drawn on by hand. But if you're remaining all these bodies and these 2 bodies over here, so that means the 8 remaining, we'll call them planets, stars, are sitting on one side of the sun. And we're the only star sitting in front of the sun. So these 2 would be back behind here. I don't want to erase them off because I don't want to redraw them on here. But a remaining 8 bodies sitting behind here. Okay. And then Earth on 5 of 25 without any other magnetic protection from any of the other stars. Remember I showed you these models here? This is the where all the stars are around. This is called the heliocentric model, right? Where all the stars are around, or the planets are around. You got to be a bot. Too much talking about my camera. So anyways, these remaining 8 stars, guys, or planets are going to be sitting behind the sun on 5 of 25, with the Earth being the only one sitting in front of the sun. I don't know what's going to happen to the Earth then. I've never seen this before, so this is going to be a pretty interesting event to make it through. I can get rid of these. So the next time, I don't teach that to anybody, guys, too. So you got a bonus. I don't really want to, I want to get everybody to get through this event, because imagine we're going to have to get through this event before this, again, comes around on 5 of 25 and makes its way over here. So I appreciate those who hung around for this, because I don't normally teach this yet, because I have a couple times, but I want to get through this 194 days. I really think I might not shut this channel off, but that's very eye-opening. I'm not going to shut the channel down, guys, but how did you track the constellations back in the day? Telescope. Cindy, they looked at all these celestial markers in 79 AD. This is not something they could see the stars. They've been looking at the stars for thousands of years. Something watching the stars is not a new. Actually, people forgot to look at the stars in the day and age that we're in now. Nobody even watches the stars anymore. I feel like such a weirdo, because I've been watching the stars my whole life. My dad called me Spacey Tracy because I was always had my head in the stars. So anyways, back to the crappy camera. But should be quite an event, guys. So I do believe, before 10/24/24, that this water potentially could come up to the Rockies. And I believe it'll come in like it says, birthing pains, cycles, if you will. Too much light pollution in Houston. Cindy, you got to come out where I'm at. Well, what happened in 79 AD? Look it up. Does anybody want to tell Cracky Kim what happened in 79 AD? That wasn't a very nice time to be on this earth, I can tell you that. We were in a, minor extinction level event, not a full level extinction event, but definitely cataclysmic, volcanism was at an all-time high. Yeah. Vesuvius went off. Pompeii was covered in ashes. So it was a tough time for this Earth, guys, because of that gas giant alignment. And then our magnetosphere was at, no light pollution out here where I'm at. We just made the largest dark sky sanctuary in the world, guys. Darkest, out of the light belt and protected, the whole thing. So definitely going to be a good place to ride out these last days to see the stars, right? So all glory to God. I think he has me in one of the best places on the earth, truly, to be a witness to these celestial markers. And what a blessing it's been to be here for the last, to have this property and have been to purchase this property for, a decade, whole 10 years now coming up. And this place is just it's a wonder world out here. For if you like stars, man, you can sit out here and see things under this night sky that your eyes have never seen before. Again, the Milky Way galaxy goes all the way from, the north, east side of the property all the way to the southwest side on some nights. I mean, you can just see that thing going all the way. And if you had one of those cameras, open that filter thing, that's just your pictures are gonna be insane out here. It's just so beautiful. So I feel super blessed to be where I'm at, and thank God that I'm out here, and I'm hoping that others will come out here someday and join me out in this area. Several people that I've spoken with here recently are from different places. They come out here and they love it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think it's to be a good place to be for this event. I'm at 4,500 feet. I'm plenty enough away from the Pacific Ocean. I'm far enough away from the Rockies, and so Halo Miner. What do you mine in Halo? Yeah, there's something going on there, Cindy, in there. There's something going on with this exodus in there. There's been an exodus going on for a while now around this earth, so to speak. All four corners of the earth. So, it was not a nice time, Tim. So I think this time is going to be, but you guys listen, I think some of us that are prepared for this event will do fine, guys. I think we'll be okay. I really do. I think we're going to be all right. I think this will be our moment that we've kind of prepared for, and we'll get to do all the things that we've worked so hard to prepare for. And not zombies, not Mad Max, none of that, but more of a weather event. Weather will dominate this earth at one point. I'm not a prediction guy. I look at cycles and I can tell you when something's going to happen again because it's happened before. That's all I'm telling you. That's this 10/24/24 is. It's not never happened before. It happened at the time of Christ. It's happening again. So you can't run from this. It's funny to see people come on. Okay, well, what if this? What if 10/24/24 doesn't happen? Are you out of your mind? So, here we go again, trying to make you're such hacks. Look at, they're making my own channel now. You guys are filthy, disgusting hacks. So, this happened the other day, guys. So they tried to have somebody come in and, said they were me, and they even had my profile picture and everything. So it looks like they're doing it again. Looks like this is an event I don't think they want you guys to hear about, guys. I really don't. This is a super sensitive subject. This isn't anything that too many other people are. There's just one other man on the internet I know that I can send you to that's talking about this. So yeah, you were here, Ninja, for that. Whatever. It's all right. So I know I know how it's done now. I talked to my son about it. So I don't vote for my own enslavement. So yeah, don't say the word. Don't say the B word. Don't say the B word. Tattoo and piercings. Don't say that. Call it a shelter. But anyways, that's pretty cool when you got people making up your own profiles and making up your own name, right? Must be doing something right. So voting what makes you feel unfree. Need a nickname on the update on the nicknames. Nice, yeah. Shelter, just shelter will help you a little bit easier. If you could say that, it won't. Well, I don't know about made it ninja. You know what I'm saying, but all glory to God. I mean, that's at least we must be doing something right. Look at the. You do the works of your father, the devil. There, Thamius. You know that you want to. You want to do evil. You know you want to do evil. There you go. Now the vid's gonna be like, look at that. I'm gonna cause you some problems. I want you to get thrown in a rape cage. See what I'm saying, guys? People love this deception, man. Holy smokes. But good times. Living the dream, man. Living the dream. Oh. What is the wrong with the B word? General asking. Well, if you want to get put on a list, saying that word, puts you on a list that you're doing something nefarious. Everybody has the right to have a shelter, storm shelter. It's not always 70 and sunny, right? A cellar, for a root cellar. I'm building a root cellar. What are you digging there? I'm digging a root cellar. I want to keep my vegetables, put potatoes down there. Oh, all right, neighbor. That would be another reason why to kind of throw off. There you go. So you're just building a shelter, you're maybe in a weather prone area where it could be a hurricane or a tornado. They had tornadoes in California. So, hey, I heard there was tornadoes in California. I thought I'd build a tornado shelter, a storm shelter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it feels like I always feel like somebody's watching me. I hear you. Dude, get a new hat. Alex A. All right. Alex A said get a new hat. Is that better? Is that better for you there, Alex? How's that? Is that better for you, sir? Like that one better? Just for you, Alex. I got a new one. Oh, wait. Is that my new one or my old one? There we go. All right. No worries, guys. No worries. So, Iron Maiden. Uh-oh. That was Miami. Boy, that's not a place I'd want to be. It's a beautiful place, but that's such a low-lying place. And, man, it sucks that a lot of people in Florida are getting screwed out there because of the hurricane. Just too many payouts on insurance out there. I feel bad for people who have put their whole life investment and then got hit by a hurricane out there, and they're not going to get covered the next time. And this time they didn't. There's just a lot of people struggling in Florida right now. So I've been keeping my eye on Florida with the people down there. Again, I feel pretty bad for a lot of people. Lost a lot of, the whole dream was lost in Florida down there, and it sucks. And I think it's going to continue to get worse, in my opinion. I'm not trying to down your state. I just want to bring your attention to. It's a lot of people have put their whole life investment and they lose it all because they can't get covered by insurance. Same thing happened in California, guys, with that flood insurance in California. I don't know if you looked into that. You know what I'm saying? Those people didn't have, they didn't have flood insurance in California. It's just not an area. Some of those areas were, in San Diego and stuff, those aren't flood prone areas, and they didn't get covered. A lot of people are struggling too now in California. Same things, man, over and over again. All these weather events keep making it harder and harder for these insurance companies to continue to pay out. You know what I mean? And so it's just going to get more of a struggle as weather continues to dominate this earth. At one point it will overtake, and nobody's going to care who the presidents are anymore, or prime ministers, or none of that. People are just going to figure out, how the heck do I get away from the weather? All this stuff that's coming out from the sky. And you better start expecting things to come out of the ground too. We've been seeing ground to air lightning. That lightning came out of the Statue of Liberty. It didn't hit the Statue of Liberty. It came up and out of the Statue of Liberty. So we have what is called Hall currents on our Earth. And I've told people about this before. As this magnetic excursion continues and we reach these, weaker field lines of our Earth, it's going to continue to, there's going to be a shift. And I believe we're already starting to see that. And, it's always been a thing, but I believe it's a shift in the magnetism that helps this shift, and warned again about one day you would see lightning come up out of the ground, in your lifetime. And I talked about that 10, 15 years ago. And here we are. It's happening now on more of a frequent basis. And there's lots of footage of it, now. It's become more frequent and more regular. So there's a lot of things, how do you get away from lightning coming up out of the ground? And you can get away from it in the sky, but man, they come up right up here like I don't know, man. I'd be like sitting on the toilet worried about a shark or something, guys. I don't know, man. That come thing up and reach up and grab you by the boo-boo, man, oh man, how do you get away from lightning coming out of the ground? You're right there. So, that's at the moment of discharge, right? Holy smokes. Talk about reach out and touch somebody. You better let more of your fingers do the walking. You better get the stepping. I don't know. How do you get away from ground to, how do you get away from ground to air lightning? So, pretty crazy the times that we live in. Yeah, I know. I'm old school, Cindy. You're just gonna have to work with me. I say the stupidest stuff, man. I'm a weirdo. Weird. Set apart, if you will. I'm one off. They tried to come out and copy me. There was somebody in the stream yesterday that was claiming to be me, had my profile picture, and man, they're pretty good about that, guys. You better be careful. They can grab up all your information off the internet. Anything you think it's not there, you think it's everything you've ever done on the internet. I don't care from how many times you went on the hub. They got it. So they can put whatever they want, So, X-ray gamma rays, we've been seeing M class flares, Tim. Five shattered the record in 2023. Shattered the record in 2023 of having 5 low latitude aurora events with M class flares. Not even X class. Remember that? Crazy high proton events with no X class. Everything's awesome. Just go to work, do your normal thing. Don't worry about it. Just everything's awesome when you're part of Team America. Wow, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't know how people just go to work every day, just do their whatever. It's not the end of the world, but holy smokes, man. 5, not 3, not 4, but 5. Normally they ever had 2 in a full solar cycle. 11 years. We had 5 in 1 year. Whoa. Holy day. Everybody drop what we're doing. Drop what we're doing. Drop what we're doing. Hey, the sun, it kind of cooked this protection off here. You guys, hey, well, let's everybody keep their jobs. Let's not panic here, but let's make sure we get ready for this. Make sure we get ready for, no talk of it. No talk of it. No, nothing. No, nothing. Just, another day in America, another day in the world. More migrants coming across the border, more bombs dropping in Gaza, and pretty soon over in Israel, and sure pretty soon more Iraq, and it's all over. They're just dropping ordinances everywhere, just having a good old ordinance fest, drones aplenty, silver being dropped on people's heads everywhere. So I don't know, man. 5 low latitude 6 and 7 magnetic storms. Wow. KP 8. The KP index. All it's insane. Then we had M class flares doing it. So, unbelievable times to be a witness, man. I mean, that's never even been recorded in human history. I know, Tim, and that's why, Tim, sir, that's why they're not going to tell anybody, because exactly what it would do. You're exactly right. So they're not going to tell anybody, because then that would incite people. People would stop going to their jobs. So there's no magnetic storms them testing in COVID. Nah, you're a liar. You're done. You're out of here. You're an idiot. I love when people just spread their vomit tsunamis all over the place. So, no reason to be dismayed, guys, but it is pretty amazing to be, if you never studied the Aurora Borealis, or, a high proton level event where it penetrates the magnetic canopy or the magnetic protection or the magnetic shield, it's not a good thing. It's pretty to see, but I mean, we've seen things like white auroras, the Steve sprites, some of these things, again, they've named stuff we've never seen in our lifetimes, it just is mind numbing, on the level of intensity that we are seeing on this earth. And I know why. It's the sun is white. The last 3 solar cycles, 22, 23, and 24, the sun has stepped down its energy that it's been giving out. That means that magnetosphere is shrinking back down. That's closer to the sun. Nothing's changed with the sun. Nothing changed with the sun. No, there's no such thing as space, Kobo. I don't believe in space. Sorry. I believe in the firmament. I believe there are celestial markers, stars in the heavens, waters above, waters below. But I personally, you can believe whatever you want, but I do not believe in any kind of space. Nope. So, toothless out here on Silver Rock Ranch, and don't have current run of livestock going right now. But if I brought some more people out here or something in the future, I might pull the farm, put all the animal livestock back out here. But beat myself to death for too long out here doing it, so just took down for a while. It's all still here though. All the rabbit pens and the chicken pen, or the chicken, all the coops and all the different pens for all the different animals. I've raised hogs and sheep and goats, and never done any ducks, but I've done chickens and rabbits. I raised dogs. I've had cows, house cows here before too. So, Let's see, where do aliens come from? If they are real, do they come from the ocean? I don't believe in aliens either, Kobo. I don't believe in aliens. And those are good questions, but I don't believe in aliens personally. I would come to your farm if it was in America. Yeah, I'm in America. Yeah, I'm a veteran. Fortunately, I've been a veteran. Yep. Yeah, one of those veteran tyrants. But what do we got on me here? Oh, hey, you guys. I think that was a tick. No way. Yeah, it was. Hey, there's a tick. You guys know what a tick looks like. I don't think you'll be able to see this. Yeah, you're not going to see this. Let's see if we can get down here. I felt something crawling on. It's about that time of year. We do get some out here. Not too many. This place has never been. I check the dogs all the time for them, but what? To drop him again? Where'd he go? Yeah. All right, so there was a tick. I felt this on my arm. What was going to crawl back on me? If you can see him there or not. That's a tick. You guys see him? He's trying to get me. Yeah, all right. He might have came in from the puppies. So, all right. We gave him the fire treatment. Fire! 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 He's going to come back. He said he's going to have eyes of fire. Okay. I like all animals. All animals. No, don't play any video games. Not anymore. Possibly loss and burn off of hydrogen from the sun, then a reboot of the sorts where the sun goes dim, then regenerates. Yeah, the sun's not going to go dim. The sun is hot. The sun's hot white right now. Stop talking about, people talk about a cold sun. Sun is hotter than it's ever been right now. And we're closer to the sun than we've ever, that's why the sun is white right now. We're close, it's burn off. All that magnetic protection, remember? We've shrunk down the magnetosphere. I showed you images of that, right? What that looked like. That shrinks when we go into solar minimum. This magnetosphere shrinks down. Imagine that getting smaller and smaller. So we'd be closer or further away. If it was a bigger ball or we'd be closer. That's all that's happened. Nothing changed with the sun. Nothing changed with the sun. Nothing. The sun's still the same. It's the magnetic protection. It's the energy the sun has been putting out, and we have been getting closer to the sun over the last 3 solar cycles. So it's not rocket science. Nothing has changed with the sun. Our magnetosphere has weakened. We are getting closer each solar cycle to the sun. Our magnetic canopy is shrinking, just like in the 1800s, we went into a solar minimum, correct? A grand solar minimum. In the 1700s, we had the Maunder and the Dalton minimums. These were, solar minimums, many ice ages. Everybody thinks ice age. They think back, like woolly mammoths, chipmunks going around collecting acorns. No, we were in an ice age in the 1800s. So these things happen, and they're part of a cycle, and this is part of this same cycle that we're in now. And so we have many cycles, not just a 11-year cycle of the sun, where the the northern portion of the magnetics change from north to south and then south to north. I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about, what that looks like or how that's done, but that is part of what our sun does. And here's an image of what I'm talking about. Every 11 years, the north becomes south, and the south would become, what's it, north, right? So in this image, yeah, I believe that's, hold on, let me see if I got this right. I got, yeah. Was it already? It's 1 o'clock. Yeah, I better get off here, guys, pretty soon here. I got to get up and get to work in the morning. I got to try to get something sold. I really want to get that wood out here for my son, so he can get him out here and build that house for him. So here we go. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Watch this. This is an actual, see what I'm saying is the north becomes south and the south becomes north. Not the actual planet, star, or whatever you want to, that sun in this case doesn't change, but the magnetism changes. And we are right now in the middle of right there, the changing over. And that's why we're also experiencing why we've seen the space weather that we have, okay? So when I talk about the magnetic canopy, this is what I mean by the magnetosphere. This is the magnetics of our sun. This changes every 11 years. It used to happen every 300 to 360,000 years on this earth, which means your compass would be pointing to the south instead of the north. We are overdue. It's been over 780,000 years since that's happened. We are in a magnetic excursion right now. It's been happening since the 1800s. So remember, I told you we were in a mini ice age in the 1800s. In 1859, our Earth got rocked by an M-class high-level proton event from a Carrington X-class level, and it hit our Earth, and it started the migration of the magnetics on this Earth. Started moving away from the direction it's moving now. And in 1900, it did 180 degrees. It turned back around the way it was coming, and since that time, it's been traveling in that direction. It's at about the 40-degree mark before. The last time we'd had a full magnetic excursion, meaning you would go outside and your compass would be pointed to the south instead of the north, again, was over 780,000 years ago. So we are in the middle of an excursion right now, not a pole shift. A pole shift is when this is a pole shift, when the top and the bottom, as I showed you, make a complete, this is a magnetic excursion. A magnetic excursion, that would be a full pole shift. See that? Magnetic, this is a magnet, this is what we're in right now. This change, the changeover. See this? The changeover. That's a pole shift. So you're, because you're trying to copy my name. Don't ever come back, you stupid, ignorant puke. You do the works of your father, the devil. You can't be me. You can't clone me. You can't. Yeah, I don't know how long I figured it would go out for a full day. Yeah, I don't believe in aliens. Cool. I don't believe in aliens either. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in space. I don't believe we're corkscrewing and spinning through time and space. So, nope. But anyways, all right, I better shut her down. I got them copying me again in here. So we must have those people back. They're going to try to run a big show or something. Wasn't there an issue with me? Yes. Yep. It happens pretty often. Yeah, they are. No, I've never tried it. They have them out here. They call those speedboats. Or they call them pronghorn out here, what you're calling antelope. They have them out here in this valley. I've never eaten it, but I would. They out here, they eat good out here in these alfalfa fields and these Timothy hay fields. So I imagine they hunt them out here. I have a pronghorn skull up there. I saw one get hit in the road, and I watched it forever. The birds came and picked it off, and just basically was left out there, and I went and picked it up. It wasn't a very big one, but they have them out here, so all right, guys, much love. I appreciate it. I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to try to work on the shelter tomorrow, guys, a little bit, get that floor leveled and start doing that base wall. I want to try to figure out how to get a load of gravel to do that French drain in that shelter. I think that's going to be an awesome addition to the shelter. I mean, might as well do it right the first time. You know what I'm saying? And so I never thought about putting a French drain in there because I know it's going to be super water solid. It's just not in an area where it's prone to get water in it. So, but I'm going to still do it anyway. So I'm going to go the extra mile on it. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get some more things up online, and I'll probably work in trying to get some more things listed, you know what I'm saying, for sale, because that's how I make my living, is buying and selling and trading. So I have 37 things up for sale right now. I thought I had more when I checked, and I didn't, but I have 37 things up for sale. So hopefully something will sell here in the next couple of days. And predetermined 5 dark. Yeah. So look at how resourceful they are. But anyways, I'm really too trying to get. I'm gonna have to replace that tire if it doesn't pump up properly on the Isuzu. Which, all right, it is what it is. Things happen. That's just not a cheap tire, because that's it's a little bit different kind of tire. It's just not a regular pickup truck tire. But really excited. Hope I can get over and get those mill ends before they're gone, before somebody comes and picks them up. Because again, I think I could have almost enough material there to build my son's house. And I mean, every stinking board. I probably wouldn't have the sheeting to do it, but whatever, I can make boards and then Tyvek and do other, I wouldn't have but I'm telling you, there's a stack of material. I could probably spend probably a couple of days it would take me to get all that material out of there. So cross this path when we get there. I guess when something sells, I'll try to go get it. Yeah, I've kind of held off doing the Tyvek on this cabin here, but that's okay. But definitely want to try to go get this wood, because it's only going to cost me the material, the gas, the diesel money, and that it's about 15, 16 miles from where I live. So 2 or 3 trips out there would probably, I don't know, hopefully, $40-50 worth of gas will get the whole couple of days worth of trips done, and I can get most of that. I don't want to take every single bit of it, because other people come and take some too, but it looks like nobody's been coming out there for a little bit. And man, there's a good sized stack of material out there. So I'm hoping again something will come up tomorrow, and I'll get some more of this landscaping. I have a couple more. I'm going to try to get that jumper up tomorrow if I can. I get the compactor up and running. So yeah, spring is in the air. Hopefully people will be more interested in some of these spring items. I held off on selling them at all, because you don't want to sell a wood stove in the summer, right? People don't buy wood stoves, they buy air conditioners. So yeah, I just got to do what I can, So yep, I'm just taking a bunch of mill ends, guys. Normally people take these. I want to get them because people normally take these and burn this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking it away from people who want to burn material. I leave, stuff there. I don't take all of it, but they never upset. They look like they've been really busy, Yeah, it's a leather hat. Yep. But anyways, yeah, there'll be earthquakes. We're going to have earthquakes. It talks about in scripture. Remember, there'll be earthquakes in diverse places, wars and rumors of wars. So anyways, all right, thank you for your time, guys. I'm going to have to get up, and then this Monday, I'm going to get out and do a full-time job at it, doing it. So I'll probably be streaming a lot less, but doesn't mean I can't set the camera in the background and try not to talk to the camera too much. And if I'm not down in the shelter working on the shelter, I can probably film while I'm working on the Rusty Dragon and the work that I do out there. So I'll see you guys on the next live stream, and I do appreciate you joining me. 15K, we hit 15K, you know, what a milestone. So I'll be back on here today sometime probably. And if anybody can help out and you want to support my work, maybe somebody got an extra $50 or something, that would help me out. I'd go get that gas and go grab up that material for my son if I could do that. If anybody has it in them, if not, that's okay too, guys. I'm just putting it out there. So I told you I got 37 things online for sale. So bless you. Much love. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. There's some information in the description if you have the ability to help out. If not, I love you guys. Come back every single time that you can. And I enjoy your comments. And what is up with this? Thank you, Ninja. I don't know why. These are persistency, aren't they? I don't know what it is, but thank you, Ninja, for doing a great job moderating the stream too. Appreciate all my moderators. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I don't always make it easy, me rattling off. So we get a lot of trolls in here. I know it. So you guys do a good job of keeping it clean in here for me. Much blessings, and I will see you guys on the next, not predestined 6-4 dark light. What is up with that? So they're making multi-channels. What was that? Predestined 5 darkness? Predestined 5 darkness. Wow. I think I've seen it all. I'm ready to die, but I hope not, guys. I'll see you again on the next stream. I love you, and always agape.